Our patient, Frank, 36 years old, Caucasian white male, lives in Wharton, West Virginia as a coal miner at Black Hawk Coal Mining. He is married with 3 children, ages 5, 9, and 15. His wife is an ed tech at their local Wharton Elementary School. His drinking started after a close friend died on one of his sick days in a mining accident. He has a substance abuse disorder with alcohol, no high school diploma because he dropped out to work in the mines at 16.
Geographic location is Wharton, West Virginia. There's a population of about 1,074 people. It's an isolated small town, big on coal mining. There's 14 people per square mile, and the median age is about 38.7. The race is 99.3% Caucasian.
In Wharton, West Virginia, there are 398 households with a median home value in Boone County of $72,900. The median household income is $37,000, almost $38,000, where the national average is just over $55,000.
That West Virginia doesn't require companies to give vacation benefits, paid sick leave, and they don't even pay for jury time. It's also one of the few states not offering access to recovery vouchers, which are state-specific and they're applied to by grants for specific treatments such as opioid addiction and alcoholics. It's free granted money to have patients seek treatment without having to pay for it. West Virginia also has worker compensation that is offered through the state and covers illnesses such as black lung. Another issue in the area is that the bus route in West Virginia going to Wharton is running less because it's understaffed and underfinanced.
Since Wharton, West Virginia is a very small town, they're a very close community who all are very devoted to the local Baptist church called Turkey Ridge Baptist Church. It's 30 minutes away from Frank's family where they live, and the whole family typically goes there every Sunday.
Frank's living situation with his family is that he lives on 835 James Brants Road, Wharton, West Virginia, 25208. They live in a 1,623 square foot house. It costs about $50,000. It has 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. The 2 younger boys share a room. The oldest daughter has her own. They pay about $280 for their monthly mortgage.
The transportation situation for Frank's family is that they have 1 car. It is a 2004 Honda Odyssey. The wife uses this car to drive to work, where she brings the 2 youngest boys to school with her and is able to drop off the daughter at the high school, which is only a 5-minute longer commute for her. The husband is able to be dropped off 5 minutes away from the home on the way to the wife's work, so therefore she's able to drop everyone off and has a total commute of 1 hour and 16 minutes.
His occupation, he works at Black Hawk Mining in Wharton, West Virginia. He works first shift, which is 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. He works 60 hours a week and even more. He gets $18 hourly, and his total salary is about $45,000. His insurance is Cigna HMO. To have this, you need a primary care provider. The wife's occupation is that she works at Whitesville Elementary School as an ed tech. Her typical school day is about 8 to 3. Hourly, she makes about $14, and her take-home is about $25,000 because they have 8 weeks off in the summer. She gets home at about 5 after she picks up Frank from work on her way home, and she cooks and takes care of the kids afterwards. The school offers some general benefits, and she's eligible for medical care at 20 hours a week.
The children do some various activities. The daughter, who is 15 years old, Hannah, she goes to Van Junior Senior High School, where her mom drops her off on the way to her job. She enjoys hunting with her dad. 9-year-old Mike is in 4th grade at Whitesville Elementary School. He also enjoys hunting and fishing with his dad and friends. The 5-year-old Steve is in kindergarten at Whitesville Elementary School. He has a few play dates with friends a couple times a week.
As we talked about in Frank's occupation, he has Cigna HMO. It's a higher deductible for a lower monthly cost. His copay is about $20, but it only applies to routine services, so this does not include special services like a detox program. We created a budget sheet monthly to look at Frank and his wife and how they're doing with their expenses. So we found that a month his wife is taking home about $1,900 and the husband's taking about $3,400. So the total is $5,300. So the total cost comes out to $5,260, and they do have a excess of about $40, but that is just going into fixing things. So basically they are living month to month.
So as mentioned, Frank clearly has a substance abuse problem. It went from 1 beer a night to many beers a night in the last 2 years. He binge drinks all weekend. We need to look into him possibly having black lung disease or developing it. He's also a huge suicide risk.
One of the treatments that we have looked into for Frank is Prestera Addictions Recovery Center. It's about an hour away from his house. It is a 20-day inpatient detox program. It offers group therapy, individual therapy, and counseling. So although Prestera is the best option for him, we gave Frank a second option. It's called Recovery Point. It's about an hour and a half from him, and it's a free program to help with substance abuse recovery. They have about 100 beds now, and from Monday through Friday you stay there, and the weekends you can sign yourself out and go home, which is a good option for him because he does have his kids. It's spiritually based, but the current wait list is about 30 people. And the program's a little longer than Prestera. The duration is about 6 months, depending on how fast you go through it. And there's 3 big processes of the program.
Frank, come on in.
How are you today, Mr. Smith?
Not too well, Frank. I just saw you stumble out there, and your breath reeks of beer.
Sir, I swear I have not been drinking on the job. All I can say is I'm feeling a little ill today, a little sick. Must be a bug.
You're feeling ill. Okay, so now that you're saying you're sick, because that's horseshit. You know, you have a drinking issue, young man, and you need to go get yourself some help. It's one thing if you drink it on your own time, but you bring it to my work, and that is a high risk for my coworkers.
Sir, I hear you, but my family, they rely on this job. Like I said, I am just feeling ill today. I have not been drinking. I keep that to my own time at home.
Don't act like these coworkers don't talk to me. I hear everything that's going on in here, all right? And you need to go get yourself some help. I don't trust you working on these machines. I don't think you're capable today. So I'm gonna put you at the front desk and give you a chance to get yourself together. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't get help, I'm gonna fire you, and that's it. So come back to me once you prove yourself you're gonna get some help.
Sir, I hear you. I'll go. I'm gonna check in with the doc. I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna see how I feel. I'll let you know what he says. Like I said, this job means so much to me and my family. I really appreciate it if you didn't fire me, sir.
I hope you prove yourself, young man.
Thank you.
You want to talk about why you're so angry today? What happened at the mine?
Same old, just keep the whole place. Just keep feeling like I'm running on my back. I'm so sick and tired of having to go in, just see that damn place over and over again. I've been there for 20 years, and I'm sick of it. You know, my boss came to me up to me today saying I have to go see the doctors now, and just there's nothing going right.
Frank, your boss talked to you today about your problem.
Where's
We
the
talked
beer?
about this before. You have a drinking issue. The kids need a dad, and I need a husband.
No.
We're gonna walk out on you if you don't get yourself some help.
I don't have no problem. There's no problem here. I do what I have to do to make this family flow. My drinking is my own damn business, and none of yours.
Keeping the family afloat, what we need is a sober husband. The kids need a dad who's gonna be there for them. I can't keep making up excuses while you're drunk every weekend.
My sobriety is my own damn business, and none of yours. Why do you have to get involved in this? Like, it's how I cope. It's how I be me. I don't know. I have to be a big issue out of this.
You need help, Frank. We are gonna walk out on you.
Whatever shuts you up, fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore with this. Listen, you and the kids, we need to work something out.
You need to get help, Frank.
Maybe I'll go see the doctor, but as per the boss's request, but I don't know if anything's gonna come out of that. I'm not telling him about my drinking, that's for sure.
Something needs to get done, and I'm gonna call the doctor right now and make an appointment. Probably won't be till late tomorrow when we all get home. I'll make an early dinner. I'll have Hannah watch the boys, but I'm gonna take you to make sure you go. This is important. This is the last chance you have with us.
Fine.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you, Doc. We'll see you tomorrow at 6. I just got off the phone with the doctors. We have an appointment for 6 o'clock. Like I told you, Hannah's going to watch the boys. And we're going. This is serious, Frank. Get your feet off the table, the dirty.
Hi Frank, how are you? I'm Dr. Saucier. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I understand that you work in the mines, is that right?
Indeed I do. I've been working in the mines for over 20 years now, ever since I turned 16. I'm feeling pretty well there, Doc. Yeah, fit as a fiddle, I do say, but yeah, I haven't actually been in for a checkup in a long while, actually, ever since I was 12, and that was for a toothache.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Can I listen to your breathing?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna have you take a deep breath in and out. And again. Once more. I think it's important that we schedule X-ray of your lungs after listening to them. It's very, very common as a miner to have what we call black lung disease from the coal dust. And I understand you've been working in the mines for 20 years, and most miners don't work for more than 20 years. That life expectancy is over 49 years old, and I understand that you're 36 already, so there are already some serious effects happening to your lungs just from listening. Have you been having a hard time to breathe?
Not in particular, not lately. When I do, I usually just settle it down with beer, kind of alleviates the pain and kind of keeps me numb.
How much are you drinking, Frank?
Oh, not too much for my health to be affected.
What do you consider not enough?
Oh, maybe 4 or 5 beers on a given weekday. Kind of lose track on the weekend. Just it's my time to myself, get away from work.
How long has this been going on for?
Oh, I'd say maybe past kind of a couple years. It's been increasing as of late, but yeah, past couple years.
Is there a reason for that?
No, I mean, there was 2 years back. There was an incident at the mine. I took a sick day, but I lost my friend. It wasn't too good on me, so I've kind of been using drinking as a way of putting the edge off, to say.
Has anyone spoken to you about this drinking, Frank?
Not in particular. My wife sure does talk up my ear, but I myself, not many others.
Well, I'm not going to lecture you about this, but I want you to know the information. I feel like you may be dealing with some undealt grief, possible depression. I understand losing friends. It's a very hard thing to go through. There are other ways to cope besides alcohol that we can help you with. There are many options out there and programs that we can send you to and recommend to help you feel less trapped. How does drinking make you feel when you're somewhat sober?
Oh, I feel fine. I get a little angrier sometimes, but other than that, no real issue. No bad.
You may feel fine, Frank, but alcohol's causing a lot of effects on your body that you may not know about. It also affects your brain, which can affect how you're performing at work. A lot of these effects may not show up until later on in life, and they can cause some serious effects that can cause death.
How do you think this is affecting my own health?
Well, as I mentioned, these effects may not be showing up right now, but they're certainly in the process of causing things like heart problems, liver disease, high blood pressure, stroke, other types of cancers, respiratory issues, which you may already be dealing with from working in the mines. And as you mentioned, it can have a really big impact on your family unit. I understand you've been arguing with your wife about this.
Well, I don't really think that'll have any effect on me. I know it's been having an effect at home, but I just can't stop drinking. I mean, it's my own damn civil right, isn't it?
I understand that it's hard to stop, Frank, and there are biological reasons for that. The alcohol makes your body stop producing certain chemicals, and it becomes dependent on the alcohol. Then you're not able to get those chemicals without the alcohol. This can cause some serious side effects when you stop drinking. It's very important that we get you into an appropriate detox program so we can help you do this safely.
I mean, I've tried to stop. I just can't.
Don't beat yourself up, Frank. There are reasons why this drug is so addicting. As I said, your body is reliant on this alcohol supply now. I can help you, and I can refer you to some places if you're interested.
I mean, I did come here to keep my job, so I would appreciate that.
I can let your boss know you came in today, but I'm going to have to mention some of the lung concerns. So we're going to have to go further with this, whether it's about the alcohol or not. Either way, I'm glad you came in today. I have a pamphlet here. This is to help you start looking into some alcohol rehab programs. The Alcohol Anonymous hotline is also listed here. That's a really good resource to start. I understand you're not completely ready to change yet, but I think it's important that you look over these resources, maybe discuss it with your wife.
Well, I probably won't, but thanks anyways.
Hello, Jesus Saves, Reverend John speaking.
Hi, Reverend John. It's Rachel. I'm real worried about Frank and his drinking. It's gotten real bad. I was wondering if you would come over and sit down and talk with us as a family. It just works the magic. I'm starting to lose all faith.
Oh, Rachel, anything for you guys. We're all one big family after all. Just so I know I got everything straight about this, can you tell me everything about his drinking history?
Yeah, of course. Over the past 2 years, he's really gotten himself a drinking problem. Lately, it's just completely been out of control and everything's just so bad. He comes home from work and lays on the couch until he's 5 beers in and completely passed out. And I'm finding myself lying to the kids about why their dad's not there for them. And he's just sleeping, but you know how it is.
I can see how this can be hard for you. However, know that you're not alone. I see many families with the same issue. I'll come over after he gets out of work at 6 if that works for you. I suggest you have the kids write notes on how it makes them feel seeing their father like this, and you too.
Okay, perfect. I'll tell them to write the notes tonight and have them ready for tomorrow. I don't want the 2 youngest there in case it gets ugly. I don't really know how Frank's temper's going to be with all of this. Just having, me, Hannah, you, and Frank in the room, I think that would be best. So I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.
God bless you.
Oh, Reverend John, that's him. Always making a big ruckus. Yes,
I can read this.
you can do this. We practice.
Now,
How important
what's this all about?
Hi, honey. Reverend John just stopped by for a few minutes to go over some stuff with us.
Sir, how are you today?
Hi Frank, it's good to see you again. I want to talk to you a little bit about the fact that you've been changing your moods around church lately. You don't seem to be yourself, and I want to talk to you about the concerns of your wife and your kids. Remember, Frank, that while we're talking today, it's just between the ones that you love and God. We all love you, and we all want the best for you, and we just want to see our Frank back.
Reverend, I appreciate your kind words, but I don't believe this is really something that you need to be getting yourself involved in. I get home from a long day's work, putting in my labor and what my day needs to do, and I think I deserve a bit of rest. Wouldn't you agree? Now, I know I've been causing some trouble, but I just wasn't expecting all this.
This is an important step, Frank. Tell me more about your drinking. When did it get real bad?
Oh, it's nothing more than a few drinks I'll have a night. And if my wife tells you anything else, then she's pulling a fib.
Oh, Frank.
What are some things you like about drinking? What are some things that you don't like?
Well, I like that it helps me feel numb, get away the pain, but I don't like that it's got a good hold on me.
I'm worried about you, Frank. I think that this can cause you some big problems, and your family needs it to see you nice and healthy.
I know there might need to be some sort of change, but I've been working in those mines all my whole damn life, and I've busted my back trying to give us a future. My health is my business, and And I don't know if cutting liquor is the way to do it.
On a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being not ready at all, and 10 being already, how willing are you to change?
At a 10, I'd say about a 5. There's a lot going on at work right now, and I've been very busy, and I'm not sure if this is really the time I can be taking to do all this sort of healing now.
I feel like you want to try to change, at least, Frank. Your wife and kids have prepared some letters for you, and I think you'd be willing to listen a little bit. Your youngest aren't here because your wife doesn't feel comfortable enough to have them here. But Kiera is going to read the letters instead. Rachel, why don't you go ahead first and read your letter to your husband?
Yes, Reverend. Dear Frank, my dearest love, we miss you. The kids feel like they don't have their father anymore. You never spend time with them. You even missed the last parent-teacher conference. The kids got great remarks from the teachers. They're doing so well and growing up so fast. But you're missing it. I feel like I'm in this alone. I signed up for a life with you, not on my own. I'm so worried about you, and my hope is that this will be the answer, because I don't know how else to help you. I miss our nights in, our date nights, and most importantly, I miss the smile, the one I fell for. Please try to embrace this and give it a chance. I beg you, Frank. I beg.
Dear Dad, I love you with all my heart, but it hurts that we never talk anymore. Where have you gone? Do you not want to spend time with us anymore? We used to play every night with Mike and Steve in the backyard. Now you just watch TV by yourself and drink beer. I see Mom cry most nights and do not know what to do. Please, make her feel better. And please, spend time with me again. I miss you, Dad. Mike said, Dad, why are Mom and Hannah crying all the time? Did I make them sad? Did you make them sad? I miss hunting and fishing with you. Why don't you take me anymore? Do you not want to take me? Please, let's go sometime soon. I miss you. Mike. Steve said, Daddy, I want to ride bikes with you, but Hannah has been trying to teach me. Billy, is my married friend, isn't good at teaching me either. Please help me. I miss my bestest buddy, Steve.
I never knew this was how you all felt. How could I know?
Frank, you can agree to treatment or you can agree to nothing. What do you think?
I mean, Doc just gave me this pamphlet to the Prestera Addiction Center. I might want to check that out.
Let's see, Frank. Let's drop in tomorrow. I'll take a sick day at work. You call your boss and tell him what's going on, and I'll call your mom to come ask to watch the kids and take them to school.
Good luck, Frank, buddy. I believe in you. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend.
Come on, honey. Hi there.
Oh, hello there, folks. How can I help you?
Me and my husband saw this brochure that you guys had.
All right.
Walk-in intake assessments, which one game treatment as soon as possible.
All right. I reckon that the nurse on staff is ready to see patients, so I'm just going to give her a ring, and then you guys can go right on in, all right?
Perfect.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Frank.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, what are you here for today? What's going on?
Just coming in because I've been dealing with a drinking problem, to say the least. A few referrals from friends, family, my boss especially, to come in today. See if we can make things work.
So you're looking into getting into a program or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start with the basics. What kind of insurance do you have?
Oh, I have Cigna HMO. It's through the mine.
Okay, so you work at a mine?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how did you get here today? Are you from around here?
Yeah, I'm local. I'm from Wharton, actually. It's about an hour or so away. My wife drove me to help drop it off, so yeah.
So do you both work?
Yeah, well, I myself at the mine. She works at the elementary school with our two kids. She really does put in the work, and then our oldest also goes to the high school in the area. But yeah, that's us.
Great. So you have 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Full house, that's for sure.
And how do you feel about working in the mine, Frank? Do you like it?
Hell no. I feel trapped. It's day in, day out. I put everything on my back, working tirelessly. Nothing I hate more, but I need a paycheck to pay for my living, for my family, pay the bills, of course. But let me tell you, there's nothing more I look forward to than getting home and cracking open a nice cold beer.
Okay. So I just want to get a little history about this drinking problem that you seem to have. Could you tell me about when it started?
I mean, maybe. I've always liked my beers, 1 to 2 at most, but I guess in the last 2 years it's been on the rise ever since my best friend passed away at the mine. I just get home and I start to drink and I lose count. I end up just passing out on the couch and the kids find me there. It's usually like that on the weekends for me.
So I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. When this happened, did you do anything to cope with your feelings or anything like that?
No, never needed it.
So what I'm going to suggest, maybe in addition to an alcohol program, is maybe some therapy or counseling or something, because that could be an underlying factor that's causing you to drink.
I know everyone's been talking my ear up about my drinking. I don't know what I should be able to think about it,
Do you know what drinking does to your body and your brain and how it affects you?
I mean, I've been told some things. Everyone talks about it, I just want to get my own feelings about it for myself. I just want to figure it out,
Yeah, and I know that's not a fun thing to talk about, and it's hard to admit that you have a problem. But it seems like you're a really good family man and you love your wife and kids, so you don't want this to cause more problems down the road, and you don't want to get sick and not be able to be there for them, would you?
No, of course not. No, I wouldn't. That's why I'm here. Just reasons besides wanting, what's best for them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm just going to have you fill out this assessment. It'll ask you questions about your drinking history and also about your emotional levels and other things like that. It should only take about 15 minutes, and I'll be right here when you're done.
All right, thanks. All right, I think I'll about do it.
All right, you're all set?
Yep.
I'll get this scanned into the center. Our treatment team will look over it and see how we should proceed. We should be able to give you a call within the next week. And let's see, you said Cigna is the healthcare you have?
Mm-hmm. Cigna.
All right. So sometimes they give us a hard time trying to pay for the detox programs. And your deductible seems pretty high, but I'll see what we can work out. In the meantime, I have this pamphlet. It's another program that you can look into. It's a free spiritually based program. It's really close to your home and you can go on the weekends. So just check that out. It's lengthy, but if it ends up being your only option, it might be worth looking into.
All right, well, thank you. My wife will look into this. I appreciate all your help.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, hello guys. We have a new patient and his name is Frank. He just came in a few days ago for initial intake here at this program, and we just gathered a couple informations to make this plan. So what we know so far is that they only have one car, it's a family car. His insurance may not cover the whole entire detox program, so we're not sure on that, but he is willing to have the treatment. It took a little bit of convincing, but we're gonna have to come up with a plan now. So I want to see everyone's plans for Frank.
We have a nurse, a doctor, a substance abuse counselor, a team leader, case manager, and a therapist.
As the nurse, I'll see Frank daily. During the days, I'll administer his depression medications as well as detox meds. We're going to need to do a full medical screening because Frank has a dangerous job and the coal mine could be damaging his lungs.
As the therapist, I'll meet with him 3 times a week. It'll be individual or group therapy. because he has co-occurring disorders, which include depression, PTSD, and possibly a suicide risk. I'll help him with coping mechanisms for grief of his friend.
As the case manager, I will make sure that his insurance Cigna will accept the program and find out his deductible, and I will also inform Frank about social benefits or programs that might be beneficial to him. This includes group therapies, finding new outlets, coping with his grief, having better family life, and possibly looking into new jobs.
As Frank's substance abuse counselor, I'll also be seeing him every day. We'll discuss his different symptoms and the effects that his addiction is having him on a daily basis. I'll do my best to educate Frank of what this is doing to him physically, mentally, financially, and emotionally, and I will help encourage him to pursue his treatment and give him his detox treatments every day.
As the caseworker, I'm just going to go over a few programs and options that we can use for Frank after his detox treatment. So first, our AA meetings. The closest center is in Charleston, West Virginia. They meet for about an hour and 10 minutes, but that might be a little difficult with only one family car. There are also a couple hotlines, which I have the numbers to: Alcohol, Drug Abuse and Addiction, Alcohol Anonymous, and then the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Online groups for AA might be the best option. He can use the public library. The hours of the library are Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4:50, and Saturday, 9 to 12. The library has 2 computers he could use. Printing's only 25 cents, and it's only about 5 minutes away from his home. Moving on to activities and hobbies that Frank usually partakes in is fishing and hunting, but before we do this, we need to make sure that the assessment is done and cleared for depression management and no suicidal intentions before getting him back into this, just for precautions and safety reasons. We also discussed possible job opportunities that are available to Frank after his treatment. The ones we came up with that were most favorable was a truck driver and a forklift operator, and down below are a little more details about what he'd make and what he needs to qualify for this.
Alright, so with all this in mind, I'm going to go give Frank a call and let him know what we decided and see if he can start the detox program this week, because there are some beds open. And if not, we'll also have the recovery point program. So I'm going to go give him a call and I'll call you guys back and let you know what the plan is. Alright?
Sounds good.
Awesome.